Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing some more algebra, and then our video will be mainly over solving equations with variables on both sides. So we have an action plan to do that, and then this action plan takes some steps to do. Our first step is we're supposed to remove any grouping symbols such as parentheses or bracket by using the distributive property. This is very important. Then our second step is we're supposed to simplify expressions on each side of the equation by combining like terms, because we might see more than one like terms on either side of the equation, and we're supposed to combine them. Then our third step is we're supposed to use opposite operations to collect the variable terms on one side of the equation. It doesn't matter which side. Then we're going to solve the equation for the variable. Then, of course, we have to check our answers. So in our very first problem, let's take a look at that. It says 13 plus 5x is equal to 2x minus 8. So since I don't see any parentheses, I'm going to skip over to step 1. Then I see 5x and 2x on both sides of the equation, so they're like terms. So we have to get the like terms together on either side of the equation. It doesn't matter which side, because we're going to be ending up with the same answer. But if I move this 2x over to this side, by subtraction would be a lot easier than moving 5x over to this side, because we don't want to deal with the negative numbers. So 13 plus, so 5x minus 2x is equal to 3x is equal to 2x minus 2x will be 0, and I'm just going to bring this down, which is negative 8. Then look at that, around this 3x we have plus 13, so I have to get rid of this 13 by subtraction. Again, I'm applying the inverse operation. So when I do that, on this side we have just 3x. This is 13. And then negative 8 minus 13 would be just negative 21. And then we got our answer. If I divide each side by 3, we get x is equal to negative 7. So of course we have to check our answers by plugging the value we just found back into the original equation. So check. So 13 plus 5 times negative 7. So 13 plus 5 times negative 7 is negative 35. So when I combine them together, I'm going to get negative 22. Then if I do the same thing for this side, so 2 times negative 7 minus 8. So 2 times negative 7 is negative 14 minus 8, so we got negative 22. So basically, when I plug in this number back into the original equation, so both sides are going to be yielding the same number, which is negative 22. So checks, our answer is true. Then let's move on to the second problem. In our second problem, we have parentheses. So our equation is involving parentheses. So we have to deal with the parentheses first by using the distributive property, which means I'm going to distribute this 2 into this parentheses by multiplication. So let's do that. So 4x minus 5 is going to be equal to, so when I distribute this 2 into this parentheses, I'm going to get 2 times 0.5 will be just 1x. And then 2 times 2 is 4. So I have to, since I see 4x on this side and 1x on this side, I need to get them together. I need to combine them together on either side of the equation. But, subtracting 1x looks easier to me, so 1x. So when I do that, so 4x minus 1x will be equal to 3x minus 5, and then these two are going to be gone, and I'm just going to bring this down, which is 4. So I have to add 5 to remove this negative 5 from that side. So when I add 5, I'm going to get 3x is equal to 9. As a last operation, I'm going to divide each side by 3. So when I divide each side by 3, I'm going to get x is equal to 3. Now, let's check answer, and to be able to see that if our answer is right. So check. So 4 times 3 minus 5. So 4 times 3 is 12 minus 5, so we get 7. for the left side, and then 2 times parentheses 0.5 times 3 plus 2. So 2 times 0.5 times 3 is 1.5 plus 2. So when I combine these two, I'm going to get 3.5 times 2. So 2 times 3.5, just 7. So basically, again, both of these two sides are yielding the same answer, which is 7. So also our answer is true. So let's move on to the third problem. In this third problem, it turns out that we have 2 parentheses to deal with for both sides. So let's do that. So I'm going to distribute this negative 3 into this parentheses by multiplication. So let's do that. So negative 3 times b would be negative 3b. Then negative 3 times negative 8 would be positive 24 is equal to, then I'm going to, actually not equal to, let's redo it again. So basically it is negative 3b plus 24 minus 5 on the side equals to 9 times b is 9b, and then 9 times 2 is 18 plus 2. So let's simplify both of the sides. So negative 3b, and now we got 24 minus 5, which is 19. So negative 3b plus 19 on this side is equal to, so we got 18 and 2. So when I combine them together, I'm going to get 20. So basically 9b plus 20. So we see the like terms, negative 3b and 9b. So let's combine the like terms. So basically adding 3b looks easier to me than moving this 9b over to this side. You can also try that because, because that action also will yield the same answer. So when I add 3b to both sides, so my equation will be reduced into 19 is equal to, so 9b plus 3b is equal to 12b plus 20. Then I have to get rid of this 20 by subtracting. As you see that we always apply inverse operation. So when you subtract 20 from 19, we get negative 1 on this side is equal to 12b, and divide each side by 12, and now we get b is equal to negative 1 over 2. Alright guys, we are done with the third problem. So today for this topic in Algebra 1, so we did 3 problems. We did 3 different looking type of problems. So thank you for watching my video, and thanks in advance. Please stay in touch. There will be more content coming.